put my pink dress on and do my hair up tight. I'm gonna put some eyeshadow on. It's gonna look real nice.
Yeah, we'll be talking to Sinead after the break.
Today, I'm gonna put my pink dress on.
Get the pink dress on.
And do my hair up tight.
Current single, 4th and Vine. We'll be playing it now for quite a while. Sinead O'Connor's performance on Later with Jules Holland was voted as the best of the series by a resounding 48% of The Guardian's blog readers. And she's my guest on the show today. Good afternoon, Sinead.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? What's kind of very funny, actually, nobody noticed this because it's radio. You were miming the ads while the ads were on.
I was impressed with the range of music. You know, there was like violin and,
and guitar at the end of that Harvey Norman thing as well.
What was the first one? I can't remember.
The Ford Focus. The Ford Focus
that
one.
That was quite good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Range of emotions. What do they call that? It's like a movement.
That's it. Yeah. I love it. Sinead O'Connor miming the ads. Brilliant. Listen, you were in great form the other night. I was in the Burlington Hotel for the post-movie Lincoln thing premiere.
Yeah.
And you had the crowd in the palm of your hand. Daniel Day-Lewis, Steven Spielberg. I was watching them. They were about 15 feet away from me. They were on their feet for all of your performance.
I think it was because they couldn't see. There was a pillar in the way.
Oh, no.
I think everyone's made
No.
Really?
They were on their feet looking at you because I know a few people at the table were kind of looking and kind of going, wow.
But someone told me yesterday they were at this angle with the head to the right angle, so it implied there was something in the way.
No. They had lots of respect and they were showing it all your way. How did it feel?
You know, I don't treat any audience as being any different. All audiences the same, and you know, I guess you got to honour the song no matter what the audience is. So I just really focus on the music and the song. I don't really, also because I'm shy and I can't afford to think about the audience or who's there or who's not there. You know, that kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose you got to love everybody the same way, really. You know, but the song has to come first.
Yeah, of course. The video for your current single, 4th and Vine, is fantastic. It's black and white. I've been watching it for the last couple of days. Cool. Is it true it's your first video in 10 years?
Possibly longer, you know, because the last video I remember making was No Man's Woman, and I mean, I think my daughter, who's now 16, who by the way is at home sick, and I have to say hello to
What's her name?
Roisin.
Get well soon.
Well, I think she was 3 at the time, and she's now almost 17, so I actually think it's about 13 or 14 years ago.
Why so long in the videos?
Well, you know the way the music business changed, and no one's really buying CDs anymore, and it's not like what's the way to put it? It would cost you an awful lot of money. It used to be a record company would throw all this money into your video, and you'd pay it back then out of record cost. But now it's not like that because record companies as such don't exist as they used to. So a lot of us are doing licensing deals where we're sometimes funding your own record or sometimes not. But your licensing deals and stuff like that, you wouldn't have the kind of thousands and thousands of quid to throw into videos which you can't guarantee MTV is going to play anyway, or any video person's going to play anyway, you know what I mean, unless you've got, your underbra on and not much else. You're probably not going to get played much.
It is beautifully shot, and there's some lovely moments in it as well in the video. It kind of portrays an old Irish kind of fashioned wedding. It looked great crack at the pub. Where was it shot, by the way?
God, no, that's a very good question. Somewhere in Westmeath. I can't remember the name.
Something
of the pub
Swan or something. There's something. I can't remember.
I believe it was a fella's name. The pub. I'm going to be killed now. I can't remember now. Do you know why it was so bloody cold? That's all I can remember.
Well, it's really lovely shot. Who was the director?
And I thought, oh God, I'm not getting married again. Am I? I was like, get me out of here quick.
Who directed the video? Because it was really cool.
You know what? I can't even remember the lady's name. I'm going to be absolutely.
I'm hitting you with all the difficult questions today.
She's going to kill me. I'm going to be so cool.
Okay, well, how about I Be Me and You Be You, the album? It's been a bit of an amazing success, let's be honest. You give a lot of credit to John Reynolds for the sound on this album, even saying the one who really made the record, I'm just the singer. Why is that?
Well, John's a fantastic producer, and he's the kind of producer who he's equally in love with the music, if not more almost, than you are, even though you've written the songs. And like he'll get out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning because he can't sleep because suddenly he'll think of a melody that might go a little piano melody with something, something like that. So he just really cares an awful lot about every, artist that he works with. He really, you would think it was his babies,
But that's what you want from somebody like him, isn't it, really?
Yeah, but it's not even something that you would dare to ask for or expect, to the extent to which John goes to it. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure Damien Dempsey and Lumiere and, Andrea Corr and everybody else that works with John would tell you the same thing. He goes farther than producers would normally go because he really, adores everybody that he works with. He doesn't work with anyone that he doesn't, as a friend adore. And that's really what you want from a producer, someone who you feel so comfortable with, you can 100% be yourself. And that's a great gift of John's, you know. So if he's able to bring that out in you, then somehow you're able to bring that out in him too. And he's very musical, even though he's a drummer. He doesn't necessarily play, you know, piano or melodies or whatever, but he thinks melodies the whole time, you know. So he loves it if you come and you give him something that he can then colour in a little, you know, that kind of way.
Mm-hmm. He's probably the best you've worked with, is he?
Well, yeah, and he's my best friend on the planet. He's, you know, he's the father of my eldest child, as probably everyone knows, and also my first husband. We always joke that we have the most successful marriage on earth. And so, you know, it's a great working relationship for all manner of reasons. You know, we have a similar sense of humour. We're both completely, you know, mindless.
a lot of the songs on the album, they are very romantic. But you said it's that's a difficult subject to sing about, and credit Adele with writing about romance so brilliantly. Are you a fan of hers?
Yeah, I think when you're if you're writing songs about, I think, you know, religion, politics, or romance is a very fine line between corny and cool. You know, and sometimes people fall over, you know, on either side, and some fall into heaven and some into hell. But I think Adele is fantastic. I think the way she does it is brilliant. I suppose I ended up talking about her. Obviously, I adore her anyway. Everybody does. But I sometimes heard people almost try to kind of detract from her on the grounds that she writes about romantic things, but those are the things that females are concerned about, you know, especially young females, like, you know what I mean? And so I think it's wonderful. And she does it so powerfully, but so simply, you know, she's a genius. Like
she cuts through. I mean, you believe what she's singing, and she really makes a connection.
Exactly. She is the song, if you like, as well. Do you know what I mean? But she's a genius. What's the word? I would call it a chopper. She's very good at creating, you know, verse, bridge, very neat, tidy in the 3 minutes, and say everything. I always think it's a great gift that someone can say so much with in a very simple way. That's why it translates to so many people, you know, that kind of thing. It's actually a very difficult thing to do. It looks really easy, but it's really not, you know. It's like trying to play piano out of tune. You know what I mean?
You're going to sing for us, aren't you?
I am.
And you're going to do this, you know, when you walked onto the stage on Sunday night in the Burlington, and you brought the guitar with you, but you placed the guitar down to one side and just stood to the microphone. I just went, hang on a second, we're in for something here. And just a cappella, and literally everybody stood up and gave you an amazing standing ovation. So you haven't brought the band in, it's just your great instrument, that is the voice. So what are you going to sing?
Well, I was going to bring my guitar and do a different song, but I fell over the other day and broke not only the guitar but messed up my shoulder, and that's, so I can't quite play guitar. So I've changed the plot. I was going to do a different song, but now I'm going to do the song which is on the album, which is called What is a Real V.I.P.
What is a real V.I.P.? Yeah. Okay, well, this is great to have you here today, Sinead. So, in your own time. Thanks.
Now, it's not too long. I probably am going to do the short version, but just want to explain that it doesn't finish till you hear the end of some whispering, which comes at the end.
Okay.
What is a real V.I.P.? Do we have the balls to go to that party? Or do we rather stay and dance with vanity? Tell me now, what's a real V.I.P.? And how are we to give that name to us when we don't know the lives of others, when we can barely raise a finger to help our own sisters and brothers? Wasn't it in history the artists always spoke their people's needs? Now we're gorged upon what devils fade in the shallow form of MTV, telling the youth to worship futile dreams and long for bling and for material things. I tell you what a real V.I.P. is, a face that never was nor will be kissed. To whom exactly are we giving hope when we stand behind the velvet rope, or get our pictures taken with the Pope, like some sick April Fool kind of joke. Hey, with the real V.I.P, the one, the true, and the most conquering king, who looks around at everything and sees exactly what we've been. His is the face that never was nor will be kissed. Do we think we'll be down on his guest list when we're standing at the gate after being fashionably late? There'll be no makeup and there'll be no film crews, no Vuitton bags and no Manolo shoes. When he's presiding over you, asking you, did you love only you? Or did you stand for something else? Besides this hankering for fame itself, the one who always was and always is will show you what a real V.I.P is. The fatherless, the motherless, the ravaged child at home who cried to you. You will be asked to say, what did you do? And what's behind this velvet curtain? Don't know, but I can say for certain, a face that never was nor will be kissed will show you what a real V.I.P is. How can you say we are wise and we possess the instruction of the Lord? Certainly for nothing your pens have laboured, for nothing your writers have written. The wise will be put to shame, see, because they're rejecting the word of the Lord. Therefore their wisdom amounts to nothing. They dress the wounds of my poor people as though they are nothing, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace, saying, all is well, when nothing is well.
Wow.
Sorry, a bit dramatic, but there you go.
It is incredible, and what a poignant song with what's going around the world these days. Everybody, into celebrity, everybody into VIP. I'm trying to. Who's that song about, Sinead?
Well, it's not really about it. It's about all of us, really. In this what has become an industry of music, which is grand. We all make a living. We all want to make a living, and there's a role equally for all manner of music and all manner of all of us, but sometimes perhaps it can be a bit of a corrupt arena, slightly,
yeah.
Spiritually speaking, insofar as we can sometimes be a little bit more obsessed with material things and a good name and fame and those things, rather than perhaps things that perhaps are a little more healing or helpful for people, really, which is what music is about, apart from making money, if you like.
Oh my God, Sinead is amazing. I'm in tears. Nicola text in. Tell Sinead she is what the true talent is all about. Her stage presence and voice is enormous. X Factor me arse, says Paul and Navan. Sinead O'Connor, the most amazing vocalist. Stunning.
I really want to do X Factor in disguise and see, do I get anywhere? Imagine if I didn't get anywhere, it'd be awful, wouldn't it?
That's it. You'd walk market. You're an unbelievable talent. 3 years ago, my little brother passed away, and among his last Metallica collection, I found your album So Far the Best Of, Sinead O'Connor, and it really helped me through the tough times. Don't ever stop, Sinead. Tlina from Cork. Who needs a band with a voice like that? From Alex in Limerick. Her voice is a national treasure. Awesome, says another texter. She's brilliant. Drake's Pub in Castletown.
Yes, that was it.
An old man at the wedding was telling me he was in the video, and Catherine Ferguson directed the video.
Okay.
There you get you out of jail there.
Sorry about that.
I hear you're planning to go to rock school for a day or two to work on how to open your eyes when you're singing, because I think you've beautiful eyes. Is that true that you're going to learn to open your eyes?
Well, that's not why I want to open my eyes, but no, the thing is, I must ring the guy because I changed my number. He's probably been looking for me. The thing is that if you look, you find tons of pictures on the internet of me I'm shy and I've turned my head to the left to get away from the microphone, which is grand for me. I can still hear myself, but the people out front can't, and neither can my sound guys, and they'd be crying, you know. So I'm trying to. Part of the problem is I close my eyes because I'm shy. Because if I look at the audience, as I was saying earlier, if I am aware, even or tell myself there's an audience there, I'll be out the door. You know?
When you see that audience, somebody just does that take your mind somewhere else and not on the song, or is that the block?
In a way, it does, I suppose. And also, I'm in the habit now of throwing myself into my own world, which I think is a good thing. It's just that I have to be able to do that with my eyes open. If you open your eyes, there are distractions from the other world that you need to bring yourself into. You know, like funny ones, like you might look at someone's fella accidentally while you're singing a romantic song. You know, that kind of.
He's nice.
Or or something. You know, or you might see people leaving to go to the toilet or whatever, and you think, oh God, they're hating it.
Right. All right.
Okay. Or anything, but I need to stay on the mic. Basically, would be the good reason to open my eyes, I suppose.
Are more Irish shows coming up? I know you're playing around Europe this year. What about Ireland?
I believe some things are being looked at the moment. I think Electric Picnic might be being looked at, but I'm not quite sure. But I really hope I'm doing some Irish stuff, you know. Yeah. So obviously anybody who wants me to do anything, including, you know, local gigs, I'm bored stupid sitting at home half the time doing nothing. Anyone wants me to do anything because I'm addicted to playing music. So, you know, anybody wants us to do anything, you can go on my website and...
Okay, well, if they go to see you play live this year and your eyes are open, they know you've had a successful time in the rock school.
Well, exactly. Well, if I'm still doing a good job with my eyes open, then we'll know. But me and the Camembert Quartet, because we had such fun the other night at that thing, we thought we were going to do a few gigs in the Martello in Bray and stuff like that as well for the laugh. So, you know, anybody wants anything, give us a shout. We can't do everything, obviously, do you know what I mean? But some shit we'll do for the laugh, yeah.
Well, how about I Be Me, You Be You? Album's out at the moment, and Fourth and Vine is the current single that we're playing a lot here. February 18th, it's available. Sinead O'Connor, one more time, thank you so much.
Wouldn't you think they'd have made it the bloody 14th, wouldn't you?
I know. Just a couple of days earlier.
It's like.
I know. Record companies, eh?
I know, it's probably wise, though. I'm slightly cursing it.
Have you seen Django Unchained yet?
No. Is this a song from it that I like this?
You're going to love this. Sinead O'Connor, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Cheers.